Yeah. Episode 3, 2 a.m. vibes. We're back again.
You know it. Glad to be here.
I'm your host, James, with my other hosts.
Eli in the building.
What's up, Manny?
We're back again with episode 3 of the 2 a.m. vibes.
This one, compromise.
Compromise,
Let's talk right into it. What does that mean? We kind of left.
Means submission.
It means what?
We kind of touched base a little bit about it last episode. So compromises, fellas. How do you compromise in your relationship, or first of all, what does it mean to compromise within a relationship?
Well, I feel like if two people are going to be compromising, it's got to be something that both parties agree upon. It's not something where one person gets more of the say than the other, or they get a better outcome. And normally I know how us guys are. We tend to just let the woman get away with everything.
Right.
So
they say, happy wife, happy life.
I hate that saying. I hate that saying, man.
Meanwhile, the guys out here struggling.
For real, man. Dying early from stress.
We
don't need any of that. Yeah, it does.
Getting gray hair.
Yeah.
I see over there. You got the little gray coming in.
But I think it's more like how society want men to be.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays things are changing because they want you to be more into your feelings. But
they don't want you.
No, they want you to be more open
sure.
when it comes to your feelings, because guys tend to hold a lot of things.
Right.
Yeah, compromise is good, but most of the time we compromise, but at the risk of our mental health.
Yeah.
Sometimes we want to say something, but we fear like
hurt repercussion,
or it might hurt the person's feeling, or might hurt the relationship.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that about how society portrays men with their feelings. Because I was talking to that with my girl not too long ago, and literally how us men are raised is like, hey, when you're crying, hey, crying is for girls.
Mm-hmm.
Men don't cry. Boys don't cry. Stop crying. That's how you were raised as from young, from when you were born. So it's like, how do you change that in the future, so that way your kids in the future society and generations don't be like that, when that's all we know and that's how we were raised.
Well, I know with my son, one thing I've always done with him is I've always told him to express how he feels. If you feel hurt, express it. If if you're happy, express it. Just always express how you feel. And I might do it too much, but he's at a spot now where he's 7 and he tells me he loves me every chance he gets.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted, because growing up, Caribbean households, the dads, you maybe got it like once or twice.
Yeah.
Like growing up. And even now when I say it to my dad, it feels a little weird.
Right.
But mom's, she was always saying she loved me,
of course.
So it was just, you grew up just feeling like you can't explore or not even explore, but say how you feel.
Yeah.
Because saying how you feel,
weakness.
Yeah.
Weakness.
And I think it's
might say you're a
it's
sissy or something.
Yeah, or fear of retaliation.
Right.
Because a lot of women, they use that against you.
Yeah.
They will use that against you, and I like even till now, I have that issue of like opening up.
Yeah.
Still?
There's an issue. Sometimes it's like I hold it in, and by the time it comes to the time to resolve the solution, it's already at that boiling point.
Yeah, you already exploded.
And I think most of this, a lot of guys, it comes from past trauma, either relationship or family, how they grown up,
and
which is why we go into compromise. That's one thing you gotta be willing to compromise, willing to be open and talk about things.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you like this guy, that you have this tough persona,
Mm-hmm.
but you have your girl at home, and you have this issue, no matter what it is, and you got to be willing to compromise and open up to her, tell her how you feel.
Yeah.
Well, I had saw a list about certain compromising or certain issues that might come up in a relationship that you might have to compromise on.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through this list and get your opinions on some of these situations. And I know I deal with this, but spending time together versus apart.
What you mean?
So yeah, you do have to find middle ground on that.
Yeah, because we all work.
Yeah.
We all work, and we work for a casino, which we know it never ends.
Right.
It's 24/7,
7 days a week.
so it's like
holidays and all, y'all.
everything. It doesn't stop, and we're all in positions where we might be called at any time.
Shit.
And I know I've been on the receiving end of,
Trust me, I have.
turn off your phone.
Are you
It's your
working
day
right
off.
Uh,
So I mean, yeah, that is something that you might have to compromise because you still got to bring money home,
yeah, that's true.
but you still
That-
got to spend time with your girl.
Yeah, that happened to me once, and I kid you not, that like a few weeks ago, on my day off, they called me in and they're like, "Hey, you gotta come in." I was like, "But it's my day off." I was like, "I understand that, but it's crucial at this point."
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn, all right." So where she was like, "Yeah, it's your day off. No, let's go out to dinner or something," and it's like, what do you tell your managers and your bosses when you're like, "Yo, no, my girl want to go out to dinner"? It's like, but in the back of your mind, it's like, it is what it is. You can call out if you want, but then like, damn, I got bills to pay at the end of the month that I know needs to be paid. So it's like, ladies, just work with your mans, because you never know. It may be that one day that he ain't getting called in and he ain't working, and now you over here like, "Oh, why don't you go get a job?" Well, I could have went, but
I was trying to get some ass.
pretty much.
What about those people who, like, I know I need some alone time sometimes. I just need to clear my head, just be by myself, do my own thing.
Hey, self-care is key.
Yes, it is.
To any person, whether you're female or male. That is key right there.
Yeah.
Self-care is key, because you have to take care of yourself mentally. And I'm not talking about physically. Like you need, like, even if you guys are, I would say, even if you guys are in the same house, right? And you spending every single day together. Let that man play some video games or go watch a movie by himself, bro, because he needs it. He's gonna need it. And I'm not one to, like, I just started playing video games again, and so I'm like, it took me, dude, I kid you not, I probably went maybe 15 years without playing video games. And only recently, now that I'm about to be 31, only recently I started playing video games again. So it's crazy. Like, you sometimes you need it. You guys, us men, we bottle everything up because we hold our emotions.
True.
So whatever we going through, we're not gonna express it right then and there. I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it. I'm gonna hold it in and figure it out. But in the meantime, I need a mental space in order to figure things out. And if that's shooting somebody up in Call of Duty or Fortnite, that's how I'm gonna clear my head. Or I'm playing Zelda and just walking around through the wild. You gotta clear your head somehow, bro.
Grand Theft Auto, take mine frustration out
Grand
on
Theft
people.
Auto.
Yeah, man.
Don't let her catch you with them streetwalkers.
I usually run them over. So.
What about figuring out family plans though?
Like what?
Like when you're in a relationship, it's easy for family members to pull you and your partner in different directions, especially at important times like birthdays and holidays. So, like, how would you do that? Like, let's say it's your sister's birthday and it's her sister's birthday, and they're both going to two different places.
Well,
How do you come up with a compromise for that works for both of you?
well, we both going to separate parties. And it's okay, you know, whether you have a good relationship with her sister and she has a good relationship with your sister, it's okay. You know, you can't be at every family gathering. It is okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Trust me, because that's happened numerous of times, and it's okay. I feel like you can't get mad at your man's or your girl for not wanting to come to your sister's birthday party. It is what it is. You know, you got to find middle ground. You don't fight about it and sit here and be like, oh, well, my sister invited us first. Well, it don't matter. It don't matter who invited who first. It's still your sister. We're going to two separate parties or, you know, if you don't like your sister, be like, this is perfect excuse. Like, hey, look, sorry.
What if you're in a situation, right, where you never met that sister and she wanted to introduce you to her during that party? Now, your other sister's birthday is, you know, you already...
Well, why can't you go to both?
You can go stop at one and go to the other.
Yeah, like you can make a compromise that we're going to go to this one. We're going to go there for 2 hours, 3 hours. And then we're going to go to this one and we're going to go there for 3 hours.
What if it's in different state?
Oh.
Hey, whoever's the farthest, that's where I'm going.
Flip a
coin.
Flip a coin.
Flipping a coin ain't compromising,
Because
man.
it'd be like, yo, like my sister lives in New York, and if it wants to be that time that, you know, I'm introducing my sister to, you know, to my girl or something, is like, nah, we taking the trip.
Yeah.
We taking the trip. You know, your sister can wait because she right there. We see her every other day.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That's true.
So
see, that would be a compromise on her part.
Yeah.
That'd be for her. She would have to compromise at that point, because, like you said, if she's in a different state and we see your sister all the time, we rarely get to see my sister. She doesn't even live here.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like now it's like, okay, well, you know, how are we gonna do this?
We taking a trip.
What about showing love based on your love language? You know what your love language is?
Oh, bro, yo, so this is something that I've been struggling with within the last, I say, few months.
Yeah.
Because my girl, she's very, I guess, expressive when it comes to her feelings. So,
do you know what her love language is?
She has all of them.
All of them?
She got all of them. I gotta spend time with her. I gotta touch her. I gotta ask her how she's doing. You know, she's all of them, and you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Me, I'm simple. You check up on me a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
You still breathing?
You, hey, you be like, hey, you good? You all right? Give me a nice little hug, some kisses. I'll be good. All right, she just show me attention, and that's it.
So that's yours is attention?
Yeah, it's just the attention.
Manny, what's your love language? Same thing?
Reassurance.
Reassurance.
Hey, you know, steps. Just check. You know,
Oh.
put your finger under my nose, make sure I'm breathing. Hey, we're good.
I'm actually the same way. Like I like words of affirmation and touch. Like I like when someone's, you know, rubbing my neck or, you know.
Yeah, playing. I was gonna say
play with hair, and you looked at me like, I get it.
I thought you said play with nipples.
I was gonna say play with the hair.
That, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I got the long hair, so like I like the little play in the hair.
No,
it's cool.
I'm sorry, dog. You know,
my girl's pretty much like your girl. You know, she's very open with her emotion, and
I think that's most women, though.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like that is most women. Most women are their love language, as much as they can say, no, I only have one or two love languages. Bullshit. I call bullshit.
Yeah.
I feel like all women have all the love languages. Like that is like that's something that they would have to compromise with us. It's like, oh, you don't show me enough attention. It's like, well, what do you want me to show you attention every hour? You want me to text you every hour? Like, I'm not gonna do that. I work 8 hours out the day and I'm sleeping another 8 hours out the day. So
I think we miss out. Like, I think it's mostly like we want reassurance. They also want that reassurance from us. Like, you know, I still care. I'm still here. You know.
But every hour.
Hey, every hour.
You don't think? I mean, it's a lot easier for a man to reassure his woman how he feels about her, that he cares about her, that he loves her.
You think?
You don't?
Like easier how?
I think it's harder for women to let their man know how they feel.
I think it's easier for them.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm different.
I think it's easier for them. Have you ever dated a girl after like a couple weeks, like, oh, I love you, like, whoa, you know?
That's kind of soon.
Yeah,
that is kind of soon.
Girls tend to be more into their feelings than guys.
Yeah.
As we're more oblivious. We tend to be more oblivious. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
true.
We have no idea, you know?
Yeah.
True. But I would say this on back to what you were saying, that is it harder? It's harder for women. I don't think so. Because they're constantly wanting that reassurance. So it's easier for them to sit there and say, hey, I love you, and hey, have a, I love spending time with you, and this and that. Is where, like, us guys, we already feel like that, and we know we're happy. We're kind of, like Manny said, oblivious to as to how she's feeling at that moment, and saying, hey, are you happy as well? Because I know I'm happy, but she may not be feeling that way.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes we fail to express that as well, and saying, like, hey, or giving her that reassurance, are you okay? You still breathing?
What about arguing styles? And this one was new to me. Like, I didn't even know that people had styles of arguing, and there were more than one.
Really?
I thought an argument was an argument.
Yeah.
I didn't know that people had ways of arguing. But when you think about it, yeah, like, there's certain women that you've gotten in arguments with, and it's not the same.
Right.
It's not the same. And like, there was one girl that I constantly got into arguments with her, which was one of the biggest reasons why the relationship didn't work out. But her thing was, she blew everything up. It doesn't matter how small it was. It was the end of the world.
Damn.
No matter if it was something minute, it was always just a huge argument with her. And I guess that was her arguing style, is that everything to her was a big deal.
All right.
Did you do something in the past?
Hiroshima.
Yeah. That
Yeah, you did.
That small argument, something you did in the past, that small argument kind of like reminding her.
That's an annoying thing too. That's an annoying habit that they do.
Oh, they don't forget.
They never forget. It's like elephants.
Yeah, they don't forget.
Nothing escapes them.
We're in 2022 now. She be like, you remember in '96 when
you left doodle stand?
Shit, the doodle. We went out to dinner.
You got doodle draws, man? What's going on over there? But yeah, man, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know people had. I guess my arguing style is, I'll try to talk things out. If I see that the argument is just going around in circles, I step away.
Right.
I tend to just lock down.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do it anymore, because what's going to end up happening is I'm going to get so frustrated. I'm going to say something that I don't want to say.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's most men, because I'm the same. I think that's most men. Is like, we once I would say this: us men, we think logically.
Yeah.
And women think very emotionally on how they feel. So
not all.
If it's something, if it's something logical, we're gonna go. It's like, hey, look, it was A, B, and C. I don't care how A, B, and C felt. That's what happened. Where women is like, well, A could have done C, and then B was thinking about doing A, where B ended up doing C, and it's like, bro, I don't care about none of that shit. You know, that's not logical. I don't care what that person and that person's intention was. It's what actually happened. You know, and that's where the difference is. And it's like, if you, my thing is, if you're not seeing the logical reasoning behind the argument, then I tend to get frustrated and then just be like, okay, I'm just gonna shut up now.
So if the two of you are going back and forth, and it feels like neither of you are hearing each other, how would you compromise that situation? How would you come to a compromise?
Usually with argument, because I hate arguing,
As do all of us.
yeah, but what I would prefer is like, hey, cool down period.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We'll come back and talk about it.
Yeah. Same.
But most of the time it doesn't really work out that way.
No.
But it's usually the best option to cool down and come back to the problem and try to figure out and solve it.
I would say for me, yeah, I have to have that cool down period.
But I think
And if I don't get my cool down period, you getting that silence treatment. And I know for a fact women hate the silence treatment, but it's just like a defense mechanism for me, because I know for a fact I'm gonna say something stupid, and
Yeah.
it's like, if I don't just go silence and just like gather up my thoughts, you know, Wayne Brady gonna have to smack a bitch. not sir, not being.
you're not advertising violence.
No, we do not.
No, I
We
do
are
not.
advertising
I would
violence.
never put my hands on a woman, but
But
it was just a sense of reference.
but I think like what you said, men are more logical. That I don't kind of agree with that.
I don't either.
Because let's say the argument's happening, right? And you know, for like, she's probably bring up a lot of things, but we don't know the root of the issue.
Yeah.
And since we're more like, men tend to be more simple about certain things, and we don't want to argue, we don't try to get to the solution. Tell her, hey, listen, I know there's an issue. Let's talk about it, or let's cool down and come back to it, which is something we could easily do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But as men, we don't do that, and I'm guilty of that. It's like, I'll just sit there, like, I look away and not talk, you know, pouting and she's yelling and cursing, and
Wait, you're pouting?
you know, making mean, like, looking away, not paying attention, like, and she's yelling, telling you she has an issue with whatever you did or not, and you're
Yeah.
not trying to resolve it right there, or tell her, hey, listen, you know, let's cool down. You know, I know there's a problem, but let's give it a minute and let's talk about it.
Yeah. My girl is big on resolving the issue that night,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes it's like, bro, if I can't figure it out right here, right now, because I'm so frustrated, I'm gonna need that cool down period.
Yeah.
She don't like that cool down period.
Because I think women, they're logical too. You know?
Yeah.
They
A
might
lot
see
of them are.
They like the issue. They know the issue. You know, they just want you to come to a solution with them.
Yeah.
But we're so, like I said,
Or
we're
they
so,
want you to. They expect you to know that.
yeah, but we're so
And it's like-
oblivious. We're like,
That's facts.
what did I do?
Yeah.
And you never know.
You know what
never
you
know.
did. You know what you did. No,
Sometimes you don't.
Shit.
Sometimes you don't.
But sometimes
Did I leave
you
the toilet
do,
seat up?
but you don't think it's as severe as it
Yeah.
is, you know.
Yeah.
Or she might look at it a different way. She might see like this. You did this. It might lead to this.
Right.
Okay.
That one day you went to the strip club. That's it. You cheated. You a cheater for the rest of your life.
Yep.
It's like, damn, I just can't go to the strip club.
You piece of shit.
And my last one is a doozy, because I think if anyone who's ever been in a relationship longer than a year, you get to this conversation, and that's talking about money.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about money. Like, there's a lot of compromises that could be made when you're dealing with finances.
Facts.
If you're dealing with trying to save up for a house, if you're starting a new business endeavor, you know, like this podcast here, we got equipment we got to buy, you know, we got
Yeah.
studio sessions we got to book, and all of that costs money.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we might be, you know, looking to get a new house or move or, you know, go on vacation. So there's a lot of compromises that could be made here. But let's say, I'll give you a scenario.
I think that also plays into what we said last time, as with deal breakers, is finding someone who's supportive.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if she don't support you enough, or it doesn't support you at all, then whatever financial decisions you would like to make or
Mhm.
she would like to make, there's no compromise there, because they're just not gonna.
Because your passion
Yeah.
to her is going to seem like,
Yeah, it's just a waste of money.
yeah, you want to be rapper.
Yeah. Damn. I was trying to be the next 2 Chainz.
But let's say you're trying to save for a new car, a family car, and at the same time, you're trying to start up a new business from the ground up. And it's like you said, she feels like this business is just not going to take off, and you've had a ton of different business ideas and none of them worked out. What's going to make this one work out? How would you come to an agreement with her to let her understand that, and so she also feels like she's walking away, because that's what a compromise is. Both parties got to feel like they're walking away with something.
So
How much? Go ahead.
so what I was, because I'm kind of in the same boat right now, with my event kind of business idea that I want to do, and doing special events and things like that. So you get them involved. If it's a passion to me, it may not be a passion to her, but because she may not, and it may not be a passion to her because she may not know how to do anything, or she may not be interested in it. But just find a workaround around it. Everybody has their pros and their cons. Like me, I'm not the greatest at money management, where my girl can be. So it's like, okay, so my failed attempts on prior businesses have failed because this is what I'm lacking. Now you're pretty good at that. Why don't you help me in it? And we're both making money because it's for us. This business is going to be a potential legacy for us to lay the platform, for our future family.
Yeah.
So you try to get them involved. I think that'll be one way, get them involved into that business, so that way maybe they can tell you where, what you're, how would I say it, where you're lacking in. It's like, okay, well, I don't like the way that looks. Well, why don't you like the way that logo looks? What is wrong with it? And then they'll tell you your feedback and be like, okay, maybe she's right.
So your compromise would be to get her involved. That way she can feel like she's adding to that business, which would make her feel more reassured.
Yeah.
That, because, hey, I'm helping you, so this is going to work.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, yeah, I can see that.
Does your girl have a thing she's into?
Not really. But
did you ask?
I have.
Oh.
I have.
No.
I mean, she likes like pharmaceutical stuff. So, but does she want to pursue something in that? Not as yet.
Be a street pharmacist?
Yeah. start flipping some pills out here.
But
we gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
Start in the lab, Dexter.
I think the support that what matters. My girl, ever since we started dating, she knew I was into comics and movies and stuff, and I've shown you guys how she gave me that section of the room where I have all my stuff together.
Yeah.
And she was very supportive when it came to what I like and podcasting and stuff like that. So to have somebody that that knows you like something, even.
Does she like anime and stuff like that?
Anime? No, my girl's into her.
So she supports you in your whole anime and comics and everything.
Yeah, she does.
That's what's up.
And I support her in her business ventures, because she wants to do marketing, and she has her Etsy store, and she does shirts and a bunch of other. She's into a bunch of things, and I support her. Whatever she needs, I'm like, I got you. Go ahead, I got your back. If this don't work out, hey, let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
But I think most women don't understand that. I've seen this video, this guy, he's playing his PlayStation, and his girl comes and she smashes it, and she's like, "Oh, all you do is play,
Mm-hmm.
play a video game." And he's like, "That's all I have." And that brought Butt back to like past relationship where I'm into something and that person didn't understand why I was so focused into this thing that I like,
Yeah.
or, even if it's a hobby,
Right.
it's just me taking time away to myself, like we talked about before, like mental health.
Yeah.
Just that simple thing that I like to take time just to have that moment to myself where I can clear my mind. You don't know, like certain things that happen at work or something that happened to me like while I was on my way home and I need some time to clear my mind, and I could have that mindset where I could focus on you.
Where you're shooting up the cops and everybody on Grand Theft Auto. I feel you, bro. I feel you running from the cops.
That one customer that got you mad, you get hey, I'm gonna find that person in Grand Theft Auto.
find a lookalike. Say, goddamn, Trevor.
But it's just that support group. You need that support from her. Like, all right, this is what he likes, and I'll let him enjoy it, and maybe we'll have our moment later together.
Yeah, I did say it before. If you feel like your man is playing too much video games and he's not showing you enough attention, show him the titty.
Just whip him out.
Just whip him out.
Just whip him out.
Whip the puppies out. I guarantee you he'll put that pause button and say, "All right, y'all boys, I gotta go." The puppies are here.
Well, I mean, as with everything, there's always going to be compromises that have to be made, and I feel like we got into some of like the biggest ones that a lot of people make compromises on, but we're not going to always be just talking about relationships. So I hope you guys don't think that that's all we're talking about, because we're not experts by any stretch of the word. But this is just,
we're just a bunch of shady boyfriends.
hey, wait, speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself. We're just, giving you our opinion on things, and, you can just enjoy what we're talking about. Or you might, if you feel like what we're saying is not working, let us know. Let us know in the comments. Tell us what you think. Maybe we said something that you might think we're wrong about. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you're thinking. But again, this is the 2 a.m. vibes.
It's your boy Eli, as always. Love, peace, no hate.
It's your boy Manny.
It's your boy James. We'll see you guys again next week. Thank you. We're out.